What's up, everybody? This is Rizwan, your IELTS instructor, and today I want to discuss some useful tips and strategies that will help you before you go for IELTS speaking exam. When it comes to speaking, anxiety and paranoia can hit you because I understand that this is the first time maybe that you are going to see a person, a native speaker, face to face. And it's very natural. It happens to all of us. But I have some tips that will help you to overcome that feeling of overwhelmness, right? Just before an hour or so, you appear in the speaking exam, go for some walk into the nature, breathe in some fresh air, do meditation, maybe grab a cup of coffee, do some physical work, and let that dark energy and anxiety leave your body. I would also recommend you to try some tongue twisters before you go for the exam because it will give you a warm-up kind of exercise. Like I would recommend you to try Peter Piper or She Sells Seashells. Like if you repeat it over and over again, you are focused on only one thing. Like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? So when you are into this phenomena, you're highly focused on your language and you're enunciating the words. It's an excellent strategy before you enter the examination hall. And you don't have to worry too much because that's a human being and it's not your visa interview or a job interview. It's just two people having a conversation, right? Drink a glass of water or two, breathing exercise, this will help you. So when you enter the examination hall, the examiner will greet you with a smile and they will ask you to have a seat and they will give you ample time to relax, right? Once you're seated, they can ask you some question which you know the answers. For example, tell me about your family, where's your hometown, do you have any siblings or hobbies? Or any general question which you already know the answer. He's not going to ask you any rocket science, so don't get paranoid about that. And for 3 to 4 minutes, you have plenty of chance to calm down and do breathing within you talk. And the section 2 will be like an extended speaking, which is most important. There are 3 parts in IELTS speaking. Number 1 is icebreaker, in which your examiner will sit you down and ask you general questions which you are familiar with. And in part 2, he will give you a cue card, right? On this cue card, there will be a question which again you are familiar with. It can be like speak about a journey that you have taken recently, and on that cue card there are a few prompts. In my next videos I will show you everything in detail, but this is just I want to give you a tips how to control that feeling of overwhelmness before you appear in the exam, because when you're anxious and afraid, you will forget everything that you have prepared for a year or 6 months before the exam. And it happens to most of the students. They're excellent in English, but when they're face to face with the native speaker and they know that I am judged by him, this brings their energy really down. So that's most important. You have to be grounded when you are there. Sit straight up, smile. If he greets you, good morning, you can greet him when you enter. Say, good morning, ma'am, good morning, sir. Relax, and then start from there. If you're relaxed, you can perform to the best. And if you're not, whatever you already know will, fly away out of the window. This is most important. Do some breathing exercise, meditation, grab a cup of coffee, drink plenty of water, hydrate yourself. Okay? Take deep breath before you enter. And tell yourself, it's called affirmations. Tell yourself that I'm going to perform the best of my abilities. I'm going to show the best of my English today. And believe me, when you give this affirmation to your heart and your mind, you perform it to the best. I have done it and I have trained a lot of students who adopt this strategy and they succeeded. All right, so part 1 is general questions, part 2 is extended speaking. It's kind of a storytelling, right? Part 2 is speak about a journey that you have taken recently. You might have been there, or if you have not been there, you can create a story, right? You can create a story that last year I happened to visit there. You can describe about the weather condition, the journey, anything that happens during the journey. Soon I'm going to create a video on a mock exam, how to answer impressively. You don't want to use light words because you are judged by the vocabulary you are using. You are judged by the intonation, like high and low, your tone. You are judged by the complex grammar structure that you're able to use in your daily conversation and everything, right? So we'll practice it. I'll come live sometime for you, and I'll make you practice with me. It's not so difficult. All it needs is practice. And do not practice only for IELTS. English is a lifestyle. If you're speaking English in general, in everyday life, it's very easy to go for any speaking exam. It will not, your anxiety will not hit you like it usually does when we have that exam fear and test anxiety. So these are some of the things that you must do before you walk into the exam room and appear for the test. All right? Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can comment down below, and I'll be so glad to answer your queries, right? My name is Rizwan, and I'm here for you. Thank you so much.